all the years I've been coming here to Ashtabula Goodwill. Let's see if I can zoom. I cannot. But the Goodwill is right there. Right? And you probably can't see it through this guy's window. The drawbridge is going down. So we're stuck here. I'm right off the highway. So when that goes down, you know, the light will stay green enough, I assume, to let all the traffic through. Fun stuff. Never been stuck at this one, ever. Since we're driving pretty slow, there's a look at that marina that I always wanted to get a picture or a video of. You can go all the way down there. And over here is Great Lake Erie. And that is going to be the lagoon that goes into what makes that marina. Let's see. Some more of the marina. Have what looks like a mid-90s Mustang. Yeah, definitely looks like one. With a nice rich exhaust. Right behind that SUV, that red Cadillac, it looks like. On the drawbridge. I think someone's rich. What's today now? Wednesday? Yeah, so there's no events going on. So chances are all that traffic to let probably one of these smaller boats out. I mean, they have to have a mast in order to have the drawbridge go up because most boats can fit under there. And usually when I'm coming down this road, this is all 35 until right when I started to come back down where the trees started there. It turns down to 25. So usually doing like 30 miles an hour through here. So never get the chance to hold the camera up while driving. And yeah, I was right. So traffic hasn't stopped. So it's going to be green until all this goes through. And oh yeah, the car's nice and shiny. There's that. And then the semi is coming, which is going to block everything. We're just at where that White House is. And I've shown that in another video. I don't know, a handful of months ago. If I were to follow where those boats are, I'm right back in that lagoon, the marina. Hello, and welcome back. About 5:30, got back about a half an hour ago. A little bit before that, a little bit before 5 then. Went out to Ashtabula. I was going to go to Avon, but by the time I would have been leaving, I probably wouldn't have gotten back till 8. Because that route has a lot of stores. I would have been going farther up than what I usually do, sort of eating more time. So if I'm going to do that one, I have to be out like no later than 10. Sourcing video. Find out what I got. All right. In somewhat of a sales order or a value order here. So some of these are going to be 13, 15, 16 bucks, mainly because I was only paying $1. So this Krakatoa is probably 15 bucks. It is clean with the insert. That's about the only time that I'll do that on these lower end, is if it has an insert at minimum and the disc is clean. Because it's 15 bucks. If it doesn't have an insert and the disc isn't cleaned, I'm adding more time for something that has, because I'd have to resurface it. And these ones here, I'll try to take these off. Most of these Game Extreme stickers can come off pretty easily. But 15 bucks. This Lagan, I think a little over 15 by average, might be right in that range. Revival is 15. Yep. All right, this one is right around that 15, maybe a little more. So I'm only paying $1 for these ones. $1, right? So after all that, $1 and a $15 sale, I'm making $5-6. Shakespeare and Hathaway, again, $1. This is closer to 20. Young and Forever. This one I got at the Goodwill up here in Menor, so this is $2.49. So are these other ones. This is about $40, maybe a little more, 40 to 45. So I sold that one teacher, that Prentice Hall biology. I sold that teacher, whichever it was for, instructional CD-ROM. It's like $40. Sold pretty quick. I don't think that one was in a sourcing video or in a sales video. This is so they had more there. There was like 3 or 4. There was one that was open, wasn't really worth much. There was another one that was sealed, like a student something, and that one was only like $10, and I'm not spending $2.49. Although someone would probably come in and buy these, maybe put them all together. Who knows? But I'm just not going to sit on just that one. This one, however, is $40 to $50. And this exam review test bank CD-ROM that goes with this is like $70. So I don't know if those two better to put them together. I'll look that up, but that's at least over 100 between these two. I got this Red Hot Chili Peppers, by the way, single Australia release. So I actually have this one in the car. So I saw the Chili Peppers, right? And I just kind of barely saw the By the Way, and By the Way on there. And I look over here because I see that it's a single, and I actually just see these, and it has live on it. See this song here is 12 minutes and 13 seconds, and it's funny because one of the lines in there, I forget the very beginning, but he says that you lost your partner at a 24-hour club to a transvestite in Cleveland, Ohio in 1986. That's the line that he uses. I don't know. And then there's a lot of like percussion and guitar jamming going on. It's a pretty longer song. And then the other one is What is Soul? So song 2 and 3 are live versions. It's in the car, by scan, none is sold, but they come up for right around $25. Right, so this is one I'll just kind of jam to because combined it's 7, 8, 20 minutes. Seal Beach Boys, about $12-15. So when I'm saying a price, I'm giving like the total of what it would potentially sell for. So I do free shipping on everything. So when I look this up, let's just say that one was listed for $9.98 plus $4.47 shipping. That's $15 to me. So it's going to be right around $13 to $15 is what we'll sell for. Who knows exactly? I do best offers. I accept offers stuff. So what ultimately matters is in the sales video when I give the price, and I only round up or round down to the nearest dollar. Midland is about $15. Again, these I'm only paying $1 for. Best of Matthews Southern Comfort. So I don't know if it's Best of Matthews or the band is Matthews Southern Comfort, or it's just complete. Either. Oh, there's a Woodstock in here. Woodstock. And when she smiles, she makes the sunshine. Oh, the name of the song is called Woodstock. Underworld soundtrack. Most of the time when I get these, they're shot. A lot of times for soundtracks, especially like some of these real electronic techno type songs. So what will be on here? There's a red and a white contrast. It's difficult to read who the bands are. But this is $15-18. Michael Grimm, about $20. Joanne Shaw, it's about $20 to $25. I don't think any are sealed listed for this one. They don't really sell fast. But that's why with the sealed one, you're way more likely to sell it than one that's open. Any accompaniment, any junior accompaniment CD vocals. So I have another one of these that's listed right around $50, and I had another one. No, it was a different one. So I have two of these that are. This one's like $50. Well, they're right around $50. They'll sell for probably right around that low 40s range eventually. This book here, Ramonia, #5, Warriors Trail. Paid $2. Is it $1? No, that one's 99¢. It's a kid's book then. When I scan these come up for like $40. Hand type them, they're more likely in that 18 to 25 range. So not bad. This is another AA book as Bill sees it. Some minor foxing, but aside of that, the edges are pretty clean. Pretty good bind on it. 1995 print, I want to say is what it was. 1988. You can see a couple of the pages here has a little bit of foxing. This is a $2 book, or I paid $2 for it. Should be able to 18 to 25. And Dr. Bob, again, with the AA theme. The earlier prints of these can be 40 to $100. This is a 1997 14th print. I didn't find any when I typed in 1997. However, just typing this up in hardcover, the price they sell anywhere from mid-20s all the way up to $40, $50. So for $2. In these pair of Rad Shads, this is another brand that does have better offshoots, and it's called Luxottica. Really can't see it; it's kind of worn down. And this is just called Brown and Rose. So when I typed in Brown and Rose, I want to say one did, maybe two. I want to say one did come up with this exact model, and it was like $50. So these I paid $344 for, plus tax. So $370 something. Combined, what I spend? $1.05. Maybe that was those sealed ones. But anyhow, $1.17. So 18 plus 6 is 24. Plus 7 is 31. So $32 for, say, 150. Say that's 2. And then 2280, 330, 430. If I sold that one, 430 and 40, 470, a little over 500, 550. So not a whole lot for the run, but it's more stuff to add to the pile of stuff that gets listed, and it's the bread and butter. So if I didn't get this stuff, it'd be way less, right? So that's why I go out. Sometimes I can come back with 40 things on that specific run, and sometimes only about 20. But it's finding these things right here that are 40, $50. It's finding these things that are like $70, and these things that are $40. That pays for, basically everything. So what was that? Probably a little over 500 for a little over $30 for, I leave a little bit before noon. So probably a total of 5 hours. Yeah, there we go. Then if I do all the math, everything that comes out of that 300, that's still, if I only account in for all the time I'm going to have involved in this after all the product cost, the shipping, the eBay fees, and all that stuff, that's still a little shy of 100 an hour. I don't go by that. I go by what I need for a weekly payout. But if we're going to go by the hourly, there you go. So can you go around, and this is just focused on physical media, Can you go around to different thrift stores and different secondhand stores and buy physical media for whatever price it may be, and come home and put a total amount of time in it? And after all those fees and shipping and all those costs, besides your actual uncle scam taxes, could you make 50, $60 an hour? Yep. Just got to keep going out and doing it. So involve all your time with that, and then do the math in the end. It all pans out. So after the probably, if I even just say 40 hours that I put in, not even 40 hours, in my payout after everything minus product cost, I want to say with everything, the eBay fees, the shipping, and all those costs, the payout of $1,000 a week, even at, it's still $30 an hour. Then you have to account for all the other extra time that I put in with everything. So it goes right back down to, it harkens to, why do resellers do this as opposed to go out and do things for somebody else? Freedom and growth and scaling, if you will. The freedom. I can finish this and not list anything for a week if I want to. But when you get to set your own time, your own pace, and do your own thing, regardless of the amount of money elsewhere that you could be making more of with someone, people will sacrifice money for their own kind of freedom and do things as they want to do it. All right, so I'm going to keep putting in just a little 5-second intro at the right spot and kind of talk over me after I basically say that this is what kind of video it is, and then do that for a little bit, just to kind of pique the ears a little. All right, so like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learn about freedom. Freedom's in my mind. Janelle Monáe. Many moons. Thumb me thingy up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. It all helps. Appreciate it. Thank you.